Attention hitting coaches, parents, players, are you frustrated with the hitting results that you're seeing in your games? Humbly saying, I've been in this business for 33 years. Before getting injured, my son Alex Kirilloff played for the Minnesota Twins for 4 years and was a #1 draft pick out of high school. Having pitched batting practice thousands of hours to my son, let me tell you something that he had that most hitters don't have. Before I tell you what it is, let me explain something to you about our hitting culture. Our hitting culture, especially with the days that we live in now, where knowledge is abundant, our hitting culture praises, extols, lifts up swing mechanics, data-driven hitting results, meaningless drills that don't help you hit better in a game. That's our hitting culture for you, and it sucks out the pure, natural, athletic hitter your son was wired to be. At age 11 months, my son was hitting off the batting tee. By 12 months, he was hitting a ball that was tossed out of my hand. At a very early age, Alex had a sense, he had a knack for judging a moving object. And how do you judge a moving object? Does your hip tell you? Does your knee tell you? Does your elbow tell you? Does your shoulder tell you? No. Your brain can sense where the moving object is coming from and then where it's going to end up when you strike it. The brain uses a tool called the eyes to help it process this moving object. It's the skill of processing a moving object rapidly is what my son possessed and what he developed. And by the hands of Jesus Christ, Alex was amazing. And also by the same hands of Jesus Christ, Alex was beset with injuries. He opens doors and he also closes doors. Now, this spins back to your team, your sons. When it comes to game time, why are they bad hitters? Let me tell you point blank why they're bad hitters in the games. Because they can't judge a moving ball quickly. It wasn't their swing, it wasn't their bat speed, it was their brain speed. Decades ago, I was mentored by one of the best hitting coaches on the planet, Frank Porco. Frank was amazing when it came to swing mechanics. Having been in this business for 33 years, I haven't met or heard of anyone who had the swing knowledge that Frank Porco possessed. You can ask Sean Casey, Cincinnati Reds, lifetime batting average 300. Frank Porco was the best swing mechanic guy in the business. But Frank didn't talk about perception. He didn't talk about the brain. He didn't talk about processing a moving object. Now, like Alex Kirilloff, Sean Casey, Frank Porco's most celebrated student, shared this in common with Alex. When an elite hitter is training for his craft, they don't mindlessly train. With every swing, there's purpose, there's intent, there's focus, there's concentration. And you know what they focus the hardest on? The ball. Listen to what Albert Pujols says about this.
But the most important thing that we forget about is you need to see the ball. But the most important thing that we forget about is you need to see the ball. Really, when you're in this batter's box, you can't be thinking about hands, leg. You need to focus on the most important thing. You need to focus on the most important thing. You need to see the ball. You need to see the ball. You need to see the ball.
So there it is. The most important piece to hitting is the ball. Okay, so what do we do about this? It sounds so basic, but it's actually not. Because if it was so basic, then everyone else would be doing it. Let me tell you something, and don't forget this. Common people will only do common things, but uncommon people will do uncommon things. Elite hitters are not common. Elite hitters do uncommon things. And that one uncommon thing that elite hitters practice is how to quickly judge a rapid moving object coming from one space and going to another space. Elite hitters have brain speed. Does bat speed help? Yes, but it will never make up for your lack of brain speed. You want to know how you scout brain speed? You watch for adjustability. You watch for swing adjustability. That's brain speed. Let me tell you the wrong way to practice brain speed. You passively take batting practice. You passively think about the ball, and you think more about your swing mechanics. You think more about swinging hard. You see, during batting practice, hitters need to engage their mind in the same manner they're required to use their brain in a real game. Elite hitters are fixated, obsessed, and consumed with the ball. And your team is not, and neither is your son. Let me wrap this up. Your college team, your high school team, your travel team, your son, they all need help. The category of helping players to focus on the ball is inside the folder that's called hitting perception, and no one's talking about it. Change your team's destiny. Change your son's destiny. Get our online hitting program. Let's connect with the Coach Now app. Invite me to your city to work with your college team, your high school team, your travel team, or just your son. Or come to our home facility, the Kirilloff Baseball School. Don't put this off any longer. If the hitting results your team is getting, your son's getting, bother you, then let's do something about it. I'm Dave Kirilloff with the languageofhitting.com and with the Kirilloff Baseball School.